So you agree? The Starks are enemies.
Everyone who isn't us is an enemy.
This scene, where Queen Cersei Lannister tends to her son Joffrey's arm after his humiliation at the Trident, is arguably the single most pivotal moment in shaping the tyrant he will become. It's far more than a mother consoling her child. It's a lioness delivering a masterclass in a moral political philosophy. We're about to witness Cersei's deepest motivations, the unrelenting preservation of House Lannister's dominance, intertwine with her toxic form of parenting. She will take Joffrey's shame, weakness, and lies, and not only validate them, but forge them into weapons of entitlement and paranoia. To understand the full weight of this indoctrination, we need a bit of context. The incident at the inn has passed. Joffrey, the instigator, was disarmed by a girl and bitten by a wolf. In the political aftermath, Cersei, in a furious assertion of power, overruled King Robert's attempt to dismiss it as childish folly and demanded the execution of Sansa's innocent direwolf, Lady.
We have another wolf.
As punishment for the one that escaped. Now behind closed doors the true lesson begins. The scene opens not with comfort, but complaint. Joffrey whining about his wound.
It's ugly.
A king should have scars. You fought off a direwolf. You're a warrior, like your father.
I'm not like him. I didn't fight off anything. It bit me, and all I did was scream. And the two Stark girls saw it, both of them.
Cersei's instinct isn't empathy, but strategy. She instantly reframes his vanity-driven frustration into a political symbol. The ugly mark becomes a badge of honor. By amplifying a trivial injury into a permanent scar, she elevates it into a tale of royal victimhood. Even now, she's constructing the narrative, the compelling story that justifies her earlier act of vengeance. This moment exposes Cersei's lightning-fast, instinctive reasoning. Her mind doesn't process, "My son is hurt and upset." It processes, "The Lannister heir was wounded by a Stark, an intolerable insult to our house." Her commitment to preserving Lannister supremacy overrides any concern for fairness or truth. But Joffrey, still just a boy, remains trapped in his humiliation and confesses the truth. It's a rare moment of honesty from him. He admits his weakness, his failure, and his shame. He's not the warrior Cersei describes. He's a coward, and he knows it. This is the moment when a parent could teach humility, accountability, or grace. Yet Joffrey's admission threatens Cersei's foundational belief in Lannister's superiority. Her automatic emotional reasoning rejects this shameful truth because it doesn't align with her worldview.
That's not true. You killed the beast. You only spared the girl because of the love your father bears her father.
Her response is swift and decisive. It becomes the cornerstone of Joffrey's reign. She doesn't merely deny his reality, she overwrites it. She replaces it with a politically useful fiction. This is a living demonstration of Robert Greene's Law. 25. Recreate yourself. She urges Joffrey to discard the painful truth and reshape himself into a character of power, a merciful warrior who controlled the entire situation. Then comes the scene's most defining and cynical insight. Cersei teaches that truth is not an objective constant. It bends to the will of power.
When Aerys Targaryen sat on the Iron Throne, your father was a rebel and a traitor. Someday, you'll sit on the throne and the truth will be what you make it.
She grants Joffrey permission, even instruction, to inhabit a world of his own making, one where his royal status absolves him from reality itself. This is the practical application of the principle, what you see is all there is. The facts, whether he screamed or fought, no longer matter. What matters is the coherence and dominance of the story he tells. Having established that power defines truth, Cersei proceeds to teach how to wield it. When Joffrey, still fixated on the details, asks about his engagement.
Do I have to marry her?
Yes. She's very beautiful and young. And if you don't like her, you only need to see her on formal occasions and when the time comes to make little princes and princesses. And if you'd rather fuck painted whores, you'll fuck painted whores. And if you'd rather lie with noble virgins, so be it. You are my darling boy, and the world will be exactly as you want it to be.
Cersei reinforces his absolute entitlement. She frames his marriage to Sansa, not as love or duty, but as a mere political tool for producing heirs. His personal desires, she assures him, are paramount. The world will bend to his will. Yet she adds a chilling caveat. Kindness itself is not a virtue, but a weapon.
Do something nice for the Stark girl.
I don't want to.
No, but you will. The occasional kindness will spare you all sorts of trouble down the road.
She teaches that kindness is not moral, but strategic, something to be used only when useful. This lesson mirrors Machiavelli's core principle. A ruler must learn how not to be good, and employ that knowledge when necessity demands. Having absorbed his mother's worldview, Joffrey immediately applies it to the Starks.
We allow the Northerners too much power. They consider themselves our equals.
How would you handle them?
I double their taxes and command them to supply 10,000 men to the Royal Army.
The Royal Army?
Why should every lord command his own men? It's primitive. No better than the hill tribes, we should have a standing army of men loyal to the crown, trained by experienced soldiers instead of a mob of peasants who've never held pikes in their lives.
And if the Northerners rebel?
I'd crush them. Seize Winterfell and install someone loyal to the realm as Warden of the North. Uncle Kevin, maybe.
And these 10,000 Northern troops, would they fight for you or their lord?
For me, I'm their king.
But you've just invaded their homeland, asked them to kill their brothers.
I'm not asking.
His instinct is not diplomacy, but total annihilation. This ruthless impulse is precisely what Cersei has nurtured.
The North cannot be held. Not by an outsider, it's too big and too wild. And when the winter comes, the seven gods together couldn't save you and your royal army. A good king knows when to save his strength. And when to destroy his enemies.
She validates it, echoing Machiavelli's belief that enemies must be destroyed completely to prevent vengeance. Seeking final confirmation, Joffrey asks the question that unites their entire exchange.
So you agree? The Starks are enemies.
Everyone who isn't us is an enemy.
Her answer serves as a graduation speech, a single doctrine that defines his reign. It is a philosophy of perpetual paranoia, Lannisters versus everyone else. It denies any notion of shared justice or mutual respect, framing all others as enemies. It is the justification for every future cruelty, recasting tyranny as self-defense. This quiet conversation in Joffrey's chamber is the crucible where his monstrosity is forged. Cersei, blinded by her biases and fanatical devotion to Lannister supremacy, doesn't just shield her son from consequence. She arms him with an ideology that sanctifies cruelty. She teaches him that truth is subordinate to power, that shame can be rewritten as strength, that kindness is mere manipulation, and that the world itself is an enemy to be crushed. The immediate manifestation of this doctrine was the judicial murder of Sansa's innocent direwolf, Lady, the first proof that the Lannister version of truth reigns supreme, regardless of morality. In this moment, Cersei's indoctrination accelerates Joffrey's transformation from spoiled prince to monstrous tyrant, validating his entitlement, inflaming his paranoia, and granting him the moral permission he needed to become the monster we would all come to know.